Hello, hello, and welcome to another fun-filled edition of Casey's Convoy. Thank you for coming along and joining the convoy with me today. So yeah, two videos back to back, 2 days in a row. Check me out, what's going on? So I told you I'd come back and tell you what the training was all about after today's training to upgrade. Um, I had to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning. There was like five of us or so sitting in the class. One was a former classmate that I was in orientation with. Chris Rude was there with me, so it was great to see him again. And so actually picked him up at his hotel and drove in together and had breakfast and stuff. It was nice and went up to class. The class was via satellite from Springfield, Missouri, and so the instructor wasn't in the room with us, so we were just basically listening to somebody talk about fun-filled stuff for the first few hours. After that class was done, we went over to the computer-based training to run through different videos that you have to either sign that you watched or take a quiz on at the end of them before moving on to the next, and there was a lot of them. Um, and while we were doing the computer-based testing, instructor came and got us a couple at a time to go do the scenarios on the what's the word I'm looking for? The video games. It's not a video game. What's it called? My mind's fried. What is it? Simulator. Thank you. The simulator. So there was a couple different things there. Since he teaches the safety class too, we did both the like backing and driving portion, and then after we got done with that scenario, then we did a safety scenario too. So we knocked them both out while we were there. So yeah, passed both of those. Yay! Check out your boy. So I did that, and then went back over, did some more computer-based testing until lunch. Down, grabbed a bite to eat, came back up, and we went to a class on logs. Uh, Doing all the different log things you have to know so that you don't mess up your logs, because you can get in a lot of trouble with DOT when you get stopped and inspected. So it's important to know what you're supposed to do, what your logs are supposed to look like, when you're supposed to be logging on duty, off duty, sleeper berth. Um, don't be logging that you're doing vehicle inspections while you're in sleeper berth, because when you're in sleeper berth, you're not supposed to be anywhere else. So how can you do that while you're asleep or while you're in your bunk, right? So um, there was a lot about that. There was a lot about personal conveyance, which is one of the codes on there that you should only use basically in an emergency. Um, you run out of time and you still need to get to somewhere safe to pull over. It's not something to be used to travel 300 miles across the United States to get, because you need to get home or something like that. No, that's not what it's for. It's for you run out of time. You can't use drive time anymore. You need to personally convey to get to a safe place, or you've gotten to a safe place and then law enforcement has told you, "Hey, knocked on your door, woke you up. You got to move. You can't stay here." Okay, now law enforcement has told you to move, and you would put personal conveyance in, and you would notate that it was per law enforcement. But it's just not something willy nilly, and people just use it, and that's why we have to have the class. So I'm not planning on using personal conveyance unless I absolutely have to. So we'll see how that unfolds. If I'm using it more than I thought I would, I'll let you know. But I really don't plan on using it a whole lot. So that was that class. When we got done with that, we were supposed to go back to finish up the computer-based training, which I only had a couple of those left. So knocked those out real quick, and then that's it. I came home, went to Walmart, bought some stuff for the truck. I am hearing that my truck should be there tomorrow, and it should be new, maybe brand spanking new. So even if I see it tomorrow, I might not get it until like Thursday or so, because it's gonna have to have stickers put on it and all the other fun stuff. It's might be brand new. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what if I get new or used or slightly used, or where I'm at on the totem pole and how things all pan out. So exciting stuff coming ahead. Tomorrow, it's another day of training. I only have like about a half day of training, I think. I don't need to be there until 1 o'clock. So yeah, I'll go in maybe around 11, have lunch, and then mosey around and see what's going on. So, um, but yeah, so that's really all that there was going on today. Everything that I was tasked to do today, I did. So I, passed day one of upgrading procedure classes, training, I guess, and moving right along to see what's happening next. So I will come back on tomorrow and let you know what happened tomorrow, and if I know more about the truck and when I'm getting it and what's going on, and I'll update you then. So until then, as always, be good to each other, and I'll see you next time here on Casey's Convoy. Bye now.